So let's take a look at the interface for the Micca Speck G3. If you have this pretty image in the background, you know you're on the newer version of the media player. As I go through this introduction, as I press buttons on the remote, you'll see them highlighted on the image to the right of the screen here. So when you first turn this on and plug it in, you're going to see this menu here. And you have a couple of buttons down at the bottom. If you press left and right on the remote, you can select between videos, photos, music, files, and settings. Let's take a look at the settings first. It should be set to English, but if it's not, here's that setting. Display resolution. Generally, you want to keep this set to auto, but if you're having problems, then you want to come in here and find a resolution that matches your display and hopefully your video. But for the most part, auto will work on this model. Display zoom deals with zooming in on older content that doesn't fill the screen. Display rotation. If you have a video that you want displayed on a monitor that is turned 90 degrees either way, this is where you would select that. There's a couple of different ways. You can talk to me about how you might do that. If you have subtitles encoded, that's where that would be. It's best to leave audio set to default. With autoplay, you can set autoplay to videos. I like to do that, especially if I just have one video on my USB drive. And it will just autoplay that whenever you put the USB drive in. You don't have to worry about it. Video resume, set this to off. Otherwise, you will have a pop-up over your video every time you start or select a video. So now I'm going to click return on the remote. I'm going to go back to the menu, and you see now if I click on this, it's going to tell me to connect a USB drive or a memory card. So let's go back and do that. After connecting, now when I select either the video, you're going to see it's going to allow me to select the USB drive, and it's going to show me the videos that are on the drive. In this case, I have two videos, one in an MKV format and one in an M4V format. Now the Micca will play videos in many different formats, but as we talked about in the previous video about preparing your media, MKV is the desired format. So at this point, I can select a video here, and it's going to play that video. Now this is where you need to tell it what you want it to do when it repeats. If I click on the repeat button, you're going to see I can play all videos once. It will play through both of those videos and stop. I can repeat all. It'll play both of those, go back to the first one and play them again. I can repeat one. This is generally what you want. That will keep repeating the same video over and over again. Repeat random. If you have a bunch of separate videos, you want them to play in a random order. That would be what you'd use there. Play one once. We'll play one video and then go back to the menu. Play all once. We'll play those videos, all the videos on there, and then go back to the menu. Generally what you want, it's gone to the next video by the way here. Generally what you want is to repeat one. So once you set this, it will loop that video endlessly. And that is what you want. So when you install your videos, you want it to you want ideally make sure there's only one video file on there. You can set it to autoplay, set it to repeat once, and it will play that video over and over again and never stop. And it's important that you check it when you install it to make sure that it does play those videos. And that's the basic setup. I'm going to go back to the menu here by hitting the return button a couple of times. Notice if you click on any of these other ones, there's no photos on these. You're not going to see any files in the same. That'll go for music. You can go into the files menu, and that will show you all the different types. In this case, it's just movies on this drive. Okay, that should give you a general overview of setting up this controller. Make sure there's only one video on your drive. Set it to repeat once. Make sure your video size is set to auto. Your display size is set to auto. And, of course, test your video.